very sensitive, and they can tell if you have, precancerous polyps. So he said, I don't want you to sit around and stew for, I was like getting in a week. He said, I don't want you to sit around and stew for a week. I mean, go in it with the idea that there are going to be polyps. We're going to take them out and you're going to be fine. Don't give yourself cancer before you get here. Dr. Karen, the colonoscopy guy. That was what is the title of a person who does colonoscopies? The doctor's office called and said, this is a test that's sensitive. It can detect polyps that are precancerous, and we remove those. And that's why you have a colonoscopy, is to remove those precancerous polyps to prevent getting cancer. Right, because I was like, I had myself dead. So I'm going to die. I'm going to die. How you do it. So anyway, so then I went, and by golly, I did have cancer. And I knew something was wrong. For one thing, a friend of mine took me, because you have to do that. And you're only supposed to be in for half an hour. And I opened my eyes, and I think I was in there for an hour and a half. And also another thing was, I was laying in my little room, and people would walk by, and they go, can we get anything for you? And I'm going to have to swear now, because I said to myself, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I literally was like, I just could tell. You know how you get that sense about things? You just have senses about people and situations. And sure enough, then Dr. Karen came in, and the reason it took him so long is he was talking to Dr. Idaraga. And they were trying to put together, who I should call and what I should do and blah, blah, blah. So he said, and you're kind of out of it. And he said, I hate to have to tell you this, but I do believe that you have cancer. He said, we're going to send the test back in. We're going to send the test in for a positive diagnosis. But I believe you have cancer. And I said, if I am going to die, I am not cleaning my basement. Somebody else is going to have to come and clean, because I'm just not going to do it. I'm telling you right now. He went, what? I said, honest to God, I'm not cleaning that basement. And he was like, well, okay, don't clean it. So, that was literally the first thing I thought of. Well, well, then I knew what it was, So then you start taking one step and you put it in front of the other one. And then I had to have, a CT scan and an MRI and a this and that. One of Joy's really good friends, Joy, who will be here later, is an anesthesiologist at Fredert. And so she hooked me up with these guys who see rock stars. They're a great team. When you're in good hands, you can tell, and you don't feel bad about it. And Dr. Ludwig, who was a surgeon, whenever I was with him, I said, can I just live with you until we have this